Strangest things found in the woods. The many missing. A hiker stumbled upon dozens of creepy missing person signs and a cage made of sticks found in remote woods near New York. Reportedly, James Rankin posted footage of the nightmare discovery on Facebook, and it was like something from a horror movie. Walking through Berkeley-Jackson County Park in Huntington, New York, he saw missing posters attached to trees. There are over a dozen posters pinned to trees. The hiker also found cans of food and a dirty blanket. The man later reported the incident to Suffolk County Police to report his suspicions. He wrote on Facebook, "I've spoken with a detective, and showed them the videos. They agree this is creepy, if not suspicious, and will be investigating." It was then he discovered that the scene was set up for a Halloween party. He posted, "The police have told me that the homeowner of the adjacent property is claiming this was set up for a Halloween party, and that it would be taken down after Halloween. They are not investigating further." The Sword Tree. Forget King Arthur and the sword in the stone, because there is a new kid on the block. Reddit user codename Scythe found this sword while they were walking one day in the Epping Forest in England. After looking closely at the sword, he found that on the handle 3 letters were engraved, KSF. The user took a photo and uploaded it on the website, and thankfully someone knew what the letters meant. KSF stands for Knights of the Sherwood Forest. It is the same forest where Robin Hood and his merry men built a hideout. At the heart of Sherwood's legend, Robin and his merry men defend the rights of the poor, fool the law and hide out amongst the forest's famous oaks. This person stumbled across potentially a bit of myth and history. Beat-up bunker. Two friends were walking through the forest when they found a mysterious lid, and instead of running away, they decided to remove it. With the help of a crowbar, the lock was broken and the men ventured inside to investigate. At first, there was nothing but endless, hospital-like hallways, giving off creepy vibes. But it didn't bother them, and they continued walking when at the second intersection, the guys found what seemed like a clogged entrance covered in graffiti. The hallway wasn't straight at all, it had several slight turns, expiring to a long one to the left. Plus more random punches in the wall. Graffiti on the wall translated to "Help" and "Hello Satan, I love you." Then finally they came across the flooded area. There was a big machine, random gloves, a shoe stuck in the mud, a sign that said "Stay back," and on the ceiling, there were these strange icicles. Right after this, the two friends headed back to the entrance and were thankful that they survived. Mystery missile. Some guy from Tennessee was surprised to see what appeared to be a huge missile just lying in the forest. A Reddit user said that their brother found this missile in the woods in Tennessee. Yay for finding things, not yay when they could potentially be unexploded missiles. Hopefully, this guy contacted the authorities, but some say this is potentially a fireworks prop, others say it's a dummy honest John short-range missile. Whatever it is, the best method of approach is to get experts to undetonate it as it might still be fatal. As far as forests in America go, you probably wouldn't expect to find a missile like this. The Witch's House. Deep in the forest, there is a little house named the Witch House, perhaps from Hansel and Gretel. Originally known as Flintham, which means Flint Island, the abandoned property resides in the middle of the Horstvedt Wood in Djursland, Denmark. Accordingly, the house was built in the 1930s by Peter Madsen Peterson, who was a farmer. He is the one that planted many of the trees around the home, and his family had been on the land for about 300 years. Peter established a constitutional gathering place in commemoration of the founding day of the Danish Constitution, where up to 300 to 400 people gathered. There is also another story about this little house, which is not told that often, that this little house was built by a grateful local population. In gratitude to an officer in charge of the airport, so he had a place to invite them to a hunt once in a while. Also for many years, there has been a guest book in the house in which guests have written, and it probably tells part of the true story.